Hello everyone, I am ATUL Negi and I welcome you all to IMS Academy YouTube platform. So today our lecture number 3 of the gear train part. Already we have discussed the classification of gears. We have talked about all types of gear train. In this particular session we are going to solve some good examples of the epicyclic gear trains. Right, so we'll solve the questions from the gate previous years. Right, as I already told you, epicyclic gear train is one of the most important topic of the gear chapter, and we'll see how difficult questions they have asked in the gate examination. And the smartest approach that we have discussed in the last session, that was the relative velocity approach we are going to use here. Conventional tabular method we are not going to use because it will consume more time, right? So I hope till this point, whatever the things we have discussed in this theory of machines series of foundation course, I hope everyone has understood all the topics. If you are facing any challenge in any of the topics, you can mention in the comment box also, right? So let's get started here, guys. Before starting the session, please join this Telegram group. Link is already provided in the description, where you will be getting all lecture PDFs. Okay, the lecture we are taking in the YouTube platform, all the PDFs you will be getting in this Telegram group. Apart from that, all the job notifications you will get here. Daily quizzes we are running in this Telegram group for your preparation. Thank you, Matan. Audio is clear. Okay, fine. Next, we have started our live online program, and in that live online program, more than 800 hours of sessions is there, which is totally interactive. Live classes are totally interactive. You can interact with the faculty and you can ask the doubts in the live class itself. Apart from that, you will be getting a doubt solving portal where you can post your numerical doubts. Okay, if you are having, you can just click a photo of that question and post it, and you will get the solution. Theory book, exercise book, and the gate question booklet you will be getting. The exercise book contains the questions in the level 1, level 2 and level 3, right? So you don't need any other material or any other source for practicing numericals. Everything you will be getting in the exercise book itself. Apart from that, you will have this online test series starting from subject chapter level, then subject level, multi-subject level, and then full length mock test. So all the things you are getting in this live online program. Okay, so if you really want to crack GATE 2025 examination, this is the program that you should look for. If you are interested in this program, you can directly call on these numbers. Our counselor team will help you to enroll in this program. And I can guarantee you that if you have joined this program, definitely you will be getting benefit from this one, and you can easily achieve your targets in the GATE examination, right? So with this note, we'll start the session here. Okay. Now, as I already told you, gear train topic we have discussed, and in this gear train, these are the 4 gear trains we have discussed: simple, compound, reverted, and then finally epicyclic. So small quick revision we will be doing here. Okay, small quick revision we are going to do. First of all, simple gear train. Simple gear train are those gear trains in which every shaft will have only one gear. Okay, whatever the shafts we are having in that gear train, each shaft is going to carry one gear only, right? If I talk about compound gear train, at least one of the shaft will have more than one gear. At least one of the shaft will have more than one gear. Then third, reverted gear train. In reverted gear train, what is going to happen? The first gear and the last gear axis is going to coincide. First gear and the last gear axis is going to coincide. And the final one, epicyclic gear train, most important. In the case of epicyclic gear train, the gear will be rotating about its own axis, and also it will going to rotate about other gear axis also. So there will be 2 motions involved in the case of epicyclic gear train. So gears are not rotating about its own axis only. It is going to rotate about other gear axis as well. That is what the difference you will be observing in epicyclic gear train compared to other gear trains, right? And in the GATE previous year, if you look for questions, majority of questions have been asked from epicyclic gear train. So we will solve some of the most important questions from the previous year. Okay, and it will give you an idea like how the questions will be framed from the epicyclic gear train. Right, so let's get started, guys. With this problem we'll start. GATE 2022, they've asked this question, right? So I will give you 2 minutes for this particular question. Everyone should attempt and try to solve it, right? Method already we have discussed here, okay? In the last session already I've told you how to approach any numerical of epicyclic gate train with the help of velocity, relative velocity method, right? Now, so let me give you the time here. So 2 minutes, I think it is sufficient to solve this question, okay? Everyone should try and tell me your answers. The question is from GATE 2022. Right? Everyone should try and tell me your answers in the chat box. So if you read the question, they have clearly mentioned that gear 1 is kept fixed. So speed of rotation of gear 1 will be 0. Right? Apart from that, they have mentioned gear 3 rotates at 900 RPM counterclockwise. That is the information given. And they are asking magnitude of angular velocity of arm OP. So for this arm OP, they are asking the angular velocity. Gear 1 is fixed. Gear 3 angular velocity they have given. Gear 2 they didn't give any information and asking for the arm angular velocity. Right? So last 50 seconds available here. Okay, everyone should try, because see, when you will solve the question, then only you will be able to understand what are the difficulties or the challenges you are going to face. If you directly see the solution part, then you will never feel that, okay, which kind of difficulties you might face. Because directly, if you see the solution, it seems to be like easy question for you. Like then you will consider that question is easy because solution is directly available. So that's why at least 1 or 2 attempts you should give before looking for the solution part, right? So last 5 seconds available here. Now, time up. Now see everyone, how to approach this question. How to approach this question. Everyone, please try to observe. Magnitude of arm OP they are asking, okay? Let us write here. First of all, using relative velocity method, they have given in terms of RPM. So I will write N. Because gear 1 and gear 2 are in meshing, so I can write speed of rotation of 1 with respect to arm and 2 with respect to arm equals to minus T2 by T1. That is equation number 1. Speed of rotation of gear 1 with respect to arm and 2 with respect to arm. Okay, because 1 and 2 are in direct meshing. So now gear 2 and 3 are in meshing. Next. So 2 with respect to arm divided by 3 with respect to arm equals to plus T3 by T2. The question is why it is plus, because of internal gear meshing and sense of rotation is going to be what? Same. In gear 1 and 2, it is going to be external meshing, and that's why sense of rotation is opposite. Now, if I use relation 1 and 2, I can write using relation 1 and 2, I can easily write, see, because if I multiply both these relations, what is going to happen? This 2 with respect to arm and 2 with respect to arm will get cancelled out, because in equation 1 it is in denominator and in equation 2 it is in numerator. So here we are going to write speed of rotation 1 with respect to arm divided by speed of rotation 2 with respect to arm. Okay, so here it will get multiplied, T2 will get cancelled out, so here you will get minus T3 by T1. T3 by T1. Okay, so here 2 will not come, 3 it is going to come. Right? Now, if I simplify this relation, how you are going to write? See, n1 minus n arm divided by n3 minus n arm. Okay, because when we have to write 1 with respect to arm, we will write n1 minus n arm, and here 3 with respect to arm means n3 minus n arm. So this relation is equals to minus t3 by t1. Now the question here is, see, for gear 3 number of teeth is 8t, and for gear 1 they have not mentioned the number of teeth. Without knowing the value of t1 we cannot solve this question. Without knowing this value, that is t1, number of teeth in gear 1, we cannot solve this question. So that's why sometimes what happens now, all the information is not given directly. We can find out the number of teeth in gear 1 very easily. If you consider the radius of gear 1, diameter of gear 2. If I add diameter of gear 2 and radius of gear 1, it will be equals to radius of gear 3. If I use that relation, I can easily find out the number of teeth in gear 1. Okay, now look at here. I will use this relation. Radius of gear 1 plus twice the radius of gear 2, because diameter we have to consider, then radius of gear 3. M T1 by 2 twice of M T2 by 2 M T3 by 2, like this. Okay. Now R1 plus diameter of D2, that is gear 2, and then radius of gear 3. So this relation we have written. Now all the gears are in meshing. 1 is meshing with 2, 2 is meshing with 3. So all will have same module. All will have same module. So that module is going to cancel out here. So we can write directly. And this 2 which is in the denominator, it will also get cancelled out. T1 plus twice T2 equals to T3. So T1 equals to twice of T2. So T2 value already they have given us 20 and T3 is 80. So T1 value will come out to be 40. So this is the value of T1 we have solved from the relation. Now easily we can solve it now. Using this relation we can get the answer, because T1 we have solved. Right. Now let us consider this as equation 3, and from 3 equation okay, n1 minus n arm divided by n3 minus T3 by T1. So this was the relation. Now if I consider the given data, for gear 3 900 RPM they have mentioned. Okay, if I write this data, N3 is mentioned as 900 RPM, and they have mentioned counterclockwise. So it's your choice whether you want to consider counterclockwise as positive or negative. Totally your choice. Gear 1 is fixed, so speed of rotation will be 0. Okay, now see, they are asking for the arm. Okay, we need to calculate for the arm. N1 0 minus n arm divided by N3, that is they have mentioned as 900 RPM counterclockwise. So minus 900 minus n arm. This is minus 80 T3 value. This is 20. Clear? Very easy. Now from here you can easily get the answer of speed of rotation of arm. So that much basic part you can easily do it. I hope the approach is clear how we have solved this question. Using relative velocity ratios we found this relation, but the problem was T1 was not given in the question. So we have used the data which is available to us, and from that data we can easily find out the value of T1. Okay, so please mention your answers in the chat box. Regarding this speed of arm, what will be the answer of the speed of arm? Okay, now very simple calculation. So minus 80 divided by 20, it will be 4. Okay, so if you solve, your answer will come out to be minus 600 RPM. Now the minus sign is coming, it means counterclockwise, because initially I have used this sign convention. Counterclockwise is negative. Counterclockwise as negative we have used. So negative it is coming, so counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. If it is coming positive, it means clockwise is the answer. Okay. But in the question, if you see, they have written magnitude only. They have written magnitude. So by mistake, if you put the negative sign also, then you will be getting 0 marks. Because they are asking the magnitude, not the positive or negative sign. So magnitude is what 600 we are getting from this one. I hope it is clear to everyone, right? Now going for the second numerical. This one. This is a very, very good question. Okay, I would say a very good question it is. Because here directly they are not asking the any numerical value. They are asking the relationship. Now if you look at this particular gate train, guys, there is a sun gear and the planet gear and there is a ring gear. So this is a ring gear. Sun gear, sun and planet is connected by this arm, and this is what the ring gear. Now the question is, they are asking the angular speed of the arm. Angular speed of the arm they are asking in terms of omega r and omega s. Right? So you have to establish a relationship of speed of arm in terms of omega r, that is angular velocity of ring and angular velocity of sun. Okay, so this in terms of omega r and omega s we need to find out. Okay, so here we have to develop a relationship. They are not asking direct numerical value. I hope it is clear, everyone. Question is clear. So that's why this question is very good problem they have asked in GATE 2020. Okay, so everyone should try. Just try to use the velocity ratio relations. How we can use this relative velocity ratio relations to get this relation of the speed of arm in terms of omega r and omega s. So everyone should try here, everyone. So solving previous year question is must in the GATE preparation. If we are not solving GATE questions, okay, then you will never understand the level and the type of question they are asking. In the GATE preparation, after completion of the syllabus, you need to solve all previous year questions. Okay, that is the mandatory thing in the GATE preparation part. Okay, that is mandatory thing. Without that, you will never understand up to what level of questions they will ask. Okay. So practicing PYQ is must here. Okay. Now let us try to solve this question, everyone. See. Okay. Let me just use this image in the next slide also. Okay, so let us use this image here also. So first of all, it is mentioned, okay, there is one more important information here. See, in the question they have already mentioned the sun and planet of a epicyclic gate train shown in figure have identical number of teeth. This is a very important information. TS equals to TP. Sun and planet are identical. So it means they are having identical number of teeth. It is mentioned sun and planet, right? This information is very important. Now sun and planet gear are in meshing, and also planet and ring is in meshing. First of all, we have to understand which gears are in meshing. Then only we can write the ratio, relative velocity ratio we can write. So first relation we will be writing for sun and planet. So omega s, it is there, right? Omega s with respect to arm divided by omega planet with respect to arm equals to minus TP by TS, equation number 1. Similarly, planet and ring, omega p with respect to arm omega r with respect to r. Internal meshing, so positive sign TR by TP. Equation number 2. So from 1 and 2. So if you observe the options also, this is also very important. If you observe the options, you will find only omega s and omega r. So basically at that point only you should have this understanding that we have to eliminate omega p. Omega arm relation, when we are going to develop, omega p should not come, because that is what the options available here. So from that we can easily understand this point. So if I multiply equation 1 and 2, omega p is going to what? Cancel out. So we can write easily omega s divided by omega r with respect to r equals to minus TR by TS. Now if you expand it, okay, if you expand this relation, omega s minus omega r, okay, omega s minus omega arm, not r, divided by omega r minus omega arm equals to minus TR by TS. Now omega arm in terms of omega s and omega r we can calculate, but again there is one more problem here. TR and TS is coming, but if you look at the options given in the question, there is no mention of TR and TS. In the options, TR and TS is not mentioned. So basically we have to eliminate those TR and TS also. Now in order to eliminate TR and TS, there should be some relation. There should be some relation between TR and TS, then only it will get eliminated, okay, from this relation. So let us observe the gate train more closely. So if I observe what point I can write here, sun radius plus diameter of planet equals to radius of ring. Okay, now look at here everyone. Radius of sun gear plus twice the radius of planet gear equals to radius of ring gear. Fine. Okay. Radius of sun gear MTS by 2 plus MTP, okay, twice of MTP. MTR by 2. Right. Now our module will remain same because sun, planet and the ring all are meshing. So sun is meshing with planet, planet is meshing with ring. So module has to be what? Same. So module will get cancelled out. So this TS value equals to twice of TP value equals to TR. In the starting itself I have told you TS equals to TP, it is mentioned in the question. When both the values are equal, okay, so that point if I utilize here as TS equals to TP, so I can write, instead of writing TP I can write TS, so TR will be equals to 3 times of TS. This relation we got finally. Now if we have this relation, now I can use in this relation and I will get TR and TS eliminated from the relation. Is that clear? So this TR value equals to 3 TS. If I put it here, so TR and TS will get eliminated, and whatever the equation we have from that omega arm calculation become very, very easy. Right? Okay. Now next we'll use this relation omega s minus omega r divided by omega r minus omega arm. So minus 3 TS divided by TS. Right? Instead of writing TR, we will write 3 TS. So it will get cancelled out. So omega s minus omega arm equals to minus 3 omega r plus 3 omega arm. Right? Because that minus sign will get multiplied here. So minus 3 omega r, and minus 3 multiplied by minus omega arm becomes positive 3r. So if I put this omega arm on the right hand side, so omega s plus 3 omega r, so 3 plus 1 4 omega arm. So omega arm we have to calculate now. So omega arm value will be equals to omega s by 4 plus 3 by 4 omega r. So this is the relation we have finally got from the analysis. So omega arm equals to omega s by 4 plus 3 by 4 of omega r. So if you look at the options, guys, okay, if you look at the options, 1 by 4 omega s, 1 by 4, okay, 1 by 4 omega s plus 3 by 4 omega r, 3 by 4 omega r and 1 by 4 omega s. So option A is correct. Okay, so option A is the correct answer here, right? I hope you are able to understand the approach that we are using here in order to solve this epicyclic gate train problems, right? So all those important questions of epicyclic gate train from the previous year gate examination we are going to solve, okay? And after that, I hope everyone will be confident enough that they can easily solve all of the epicyclic gate train problems. Whatever the gate train problem comes, you will be in a position to solve all the questions. That I can guarantee. If you have attended the sessions of gate train, okay, completely, so you will never face any issue in solving such questions, right? So not in gate train also, whatever the sessions we have taken till now so far in the theory of machine foundation course, all the lectures we have discussed from the basic root level, okay, because fundamentals are what we have to make it strong. If the fundamentals are strong, you will never face problem in the numericals. Most of the time students are having a fear in their mind regarding the numericals. Why? Because the fundamentals are not strong. So that's why in this foundation course we are focusing on the fundamentals. Everyone should focus on the fundamentals part first of all. Then only they should move for the advanced topic. Then only they will be in a position to solve difficult and advanced problems, right? So that is what required in the gate examination. Nowadays questions are not that much easy. You should understand this point. Questions are not easy, so that everyone will be in a position to solve all the questions. Just by mugging up the formulas, it is not going to work. Please understand this point. If you just remember the formula and just solve one or two questions, if you think that you will get a very good marks in the gate examination, it is not possible at all nowadays, because the questions are coming from directly application point of view. Some questions are there where multiple concepts will be involved. Multiple concepts will get involved. So that's what I'm telling you again and again in this foundation course. Please focus on fundamentals, right? Just if you remember the formulas only, and with that you're entering into the examination hall, definitely you are facing lot of problems. You will not be in a position to solve the numericals, right? So one thing you should understand, that after understanding a concept, you need to practice first gate previous year questions and then some more questions from the standard textbooks. And if you talk about IMS Gate Academy, we are already providing the exercise book, so that exercise book you can follow. Okay, otherwise if you don't have that exercise book, you can go for any standard book. So standard books we need to follow in the gate preparation, so that our concept should not be like weak. Clear everyone? And one more thing, you will be getting all lecture PDF in the Telegram group, the link for which is already provided in the description. While making the notes, right, you have to write everything, okay? So please make the complete notes, whatever we have discussed in the class. Let's suppose some point I've told you, but that was not mentioned here in the board. So whatever I am telling also, you should write it. Some points I will be writing in the lecture itself. I have not written that point. But if you find that point is important, you should write it in your notes. So you should have a complete notes of all the subjects, and after that, for your having a quick revisions, you should create the formula sheets as well. Formula sheets creates a very important impact in the preparation, because it is totally impossible that you will be able to revise all the subjects, okay, within very less time. Because if you going for revision with the class notes, then definitely it is going to consume more time. That's why create the formula sheets. Why formula sheets? Because in the GATE examination, mostly numericals are coming. So you need to write all important formulas in the paper from all the subjects. And hardly for every subject 2-3 pages will be required. Okay, 2-3 pages will be required per subject. So revising that 2-3 pages which contains all the important formulas will not take that much time compared to revision of the class notes itself. And one more thing, during revision, solving question is must. If you are just reading the notes in the revision, that is not going to help you. Please understand this point. If you are just reading the problems or reading the theoretical parts, reading the formula only during the revision time, it is not going to work. Because see, what you need to do in the revision part, you need to, first of all, during your preparation part, you need to highlight some important questions. You need to highlight the difficult questions that you have encountered during your preparation. Those important bookmark questions, you need to solve it again in the revision and try to solve it without checking the solution. So when you are able to solve those questions without checking solutions, you will feel confident. Okay, you will have the confidence, you will feel the satisfaction. Yeah, I have prepared the subject, after 3 months also I am able to solve the question, and that too the difficult question also. So that will give you the confidence. Okay, just revision, doing revision and reading only, okay, will give you the false illusion that you are doing revision. You are not doing revision, you are just reading it. You might feel that you are doing the revision, but actually it is not called a revision. Revision means when you are actually solving problems. So that point you should make sure that you will solve question in the revision. That is must. Right. Now coming back to the next point here. Yes, some of the epicyclic questions were given in the line diagram. Right. Some of the epicyclic gate train problems are given in the line diagram. So for that we need to understand the line diagram. So one by one we will discuss what is the line diagram, how we can draw the line diagram of a gear system. Right. So starting with the external meshing of gears. This is an external meshing of gear, guys. So similarly the line diagram we can mention here. Now this lines, these two parallel lines represents what? The meshing, external meshing. It represents the meshing of gear. Okay. So it represents the meshing. I will just change the color here because I think it is not clearly visible. Yes. This is called what? Meshing. Right? This is called as meshing. External gear meshing, it is there. Right? I hope it is clear how to draw a line diagram. Now coming to the next part. Internal gears. How you will draw first of all the internal gear in the line diagram. In the internal gear, what is going to happen? The teeth are cut inside. Teeth are cut inside. No. So for that we will draw this line. So this line will be cut inside and this will be the representation of the teeth. If I have to draw external gear, it will be simply drawn like this. External gear will be drawn like this, but if I talk about internal gear, the teeth will be cut inside like this. So this is the representation of external gear. Okay, sorry, this one represent the external gear and this one represent internal gear. So in internal gear, teeth are cut inside. Okay, and for external gear it is represented like this as it is. Right, so that basic information you will keep in your mind. Okay, now see one example of the internal gear meshing. Now internal gear meshing, please try to observe here. This is what internal gear and this is what another, they are meshing. So this kind of line diagram we will be drawing. So this represents what? The meshing of the gears. So this was the internal gear we are having. This was the internal gear and this is what the another gear we are having. So it represents what? The meshing. So whenever these two lines you will find, it means what? The meshing of the gears. Right? Now one more example. This one. Now from the given line diagram you should be able to understand which gears are in meshing, how many gears are there and how they are represented. Right? Now see, this is, let's suppose gear A it is, this is gear B, and this is what arm we are having. Now this is what they represent as a gear A, and this is gear B. Now you will find that gear B they have drawn on a half basis. That's why whenever the gears are drawn on a half basis, they will draw this line like this. They will draw the line like this. But the gear A is represented on full basis. Complete gear A they have represented, but gear B they have represented on a half basis, right? And as I already told you that this lines represents what? The meshing. This is what? Meshing. This is what the meshing we are having. Meshing of gears. Okay. Clear everyone? Now coming back to the question that was asked, okay, in the GATE examination in 2010. After 2010, in this GATE 2024, they have asked second time this line diagram epicyclic gate train. So since then, only 2 questions in this entire GATE history, only 2 questions they have asked in terms of line diagram. So line diagram they have given for epicyclic gate train. So only 2 questions. First was asked in GATE 2010 and another question was asked in this year, GATE 2024. You can see the solution of GATE 2024 examination question of this epicyclic gate train. Not exactly this, similar to that one only. Epicyclic gate train was given in the line diagram, GATE 2024. So that solution is already provided in our YouTube channel. In shorts, you can see there is a solution provided. So you will click on the shorts, okay, in IMS GATE Academy YouTube channel, you will click on the shorts, you will find that video where I've given the solution of this GATE 2024 question of the epicyclic gate train, where the line diagram was given, right? So you can directly click that shorts and you will see the solution. Now coming back to this question, guys. So if you have understood this question, then the problem which was asked in this year, you can easily solve that one also. But for your solution point of view, it is given in the shorts. You can see that short video. Now coming to this question, guys. First of all, we will see the gate train that is given in the question. Now, one thing we can understand here, gear 2 and 3 are in meshing. It represents what? Meshing. It also represents what? Meshing, right? Now, second thing, gear 2 has been drawn on half basis, right? Fine. But if I talk about gear 5, how the teeth has been cut inside. So gear 5 is an internal gear. So 4 and 5, it is case of internal gear meshing, and 2 and 3 external gear meshing. But there is one more point. Now if you closely observe this gate train, the gear 3 and 4 are on the same shaft. They are connected. How they are connected? Both are on the same shaft. Gear 3 and gear 4 are on the same shaft. So when they are on the same shaft, speed of rotation will be same. Speed of rotation of gear 3 and 4 will be same. Right. So that point is not mentioned in the question, but if you closely observe the gate train, then it will be like very easy to find out. Otherwise, it is not given in the question. And if you are not able to find out from the diagram, you will not able to understand it and you are not able to solve the question, because that part, that information from that question is what very important to solve the question. Right. Now coming back to the question, guys, they are asking the angular velocity of omega 5, the internal gear. Omega 5 velocity they are asking. Omega arm they have given and omega 2 they have given. Okay. Now let us solve this question, guys. Okay. We'll take this image to the next page. Right. So we'll place it here. So gear 2 and 3 in meshing, first of all. Two with respect to arm divided by 3 with respect to arm. So it will be written as minus T3 by T2. Equation number 1. Now, gear 4 and 5 in meshing, but positive sign will come because of internal meshing. 4 with respect to arm divided by 5 with respect to arm. T5 by T4. That is equation number 2. Now, if I multiply both this equation, you will find that 2 with respect to arm, 3 with respect to arm and 4 with respect to arm will get cancelled out because both will have a same value, because gear 3 and 4 is the compound gear. Gear 3 and 4 is compound gear because on the same shaft both the gears are mounted. So obviously they will be having same angular speed, so that's why it will get cancelled out. Right. So if I multiply equation 1 and 2, so from 1 and 2, omega 2 with respect to arm, omega 5 with respect to arm equals to minus T3 by T2 multiplied by T5 by T4. Okay, clear everyone? Okay. Now just expand this relation. Omega 2 minus omega arm divided by omega 5 minus omega arm minus T3 by T2 it was multiplied by T5 by T4. Now we can put the values here very easily. All the values we are going to put. So omega 2 they have mentioned 100 radian per second clockwise. Omega arm 80 radian per second counterclockwise. So 20 minus 80. Okay, but it is a counterclockwise. It is a counterclockwise, so we will write minus 80 divided by omega 5 we have to calculate, so minus omega arm, which is again minus 80. T3 value is 24. T2 value 20. T5 value 80 and T4 value is 32. So all the values we have put here. Omega 5 now we can easily calculate by just using the simple calculations, right? So if you can easily solve it and you will get the answer of omega 5. So do mention your answer in the chat box, guys, everyone. Okay. So line diagram questions are also easy, but you have to understand how the gears are meshing, whether it is internal meshing or external meshing, or the gears are compound gears. So you have to closely observe the gear train given in the line diagram. So how to draw external gear, how to draw internal gear, that is what the required part in order to understand any of the line diagram. Okay. So now you can easily solve and tell me your answers. What will be the answer here? Minus 140 RPM. Minus 140 radian per second, not RPM here. Omega this minus sign represents anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay. Now options are also given, clockwise and counterclockwise. So option C will be correct here because counterclockwise or that is anti-clockwise answer we are getting. Is it clear everyone? Is it clear? Fine. Now next question, guys, this one. Now read this question again very carefully, okay, because now in this case they are not asking any one velocity, they are asking the ratio. See, they are asking the ratio of magnitude of angular velocity of planet gear to the angular velocity of the carrier arm. Planet and carrier arm they are asking. So basically, so let me just write down the parameter that they are asking. They are asking NP by N arm. This is what they are going to ask. So simple planetary gear system, sun gear meshes with planet gear and planet gear meshes with the ring gear. Right. So ratio of this velocity they are asking P, angular velocity of planet gear divided by angular velocity of the carrier arm. Right. Now we can solve this question very easily. I know that planet gear isn't meshing with the ring gear. Planet gear is meshing with the ring gear, and that is what? Internal gear meshing. So let us write down the relation here. Right. Planet gear is meshing with the ring gear. So I can write planet with respect to arm divided by ring gear with respect to arm, TR by TP. Okay, please understand this part. Now in the question, see, number of teeth on the sun, planet and outer ring gear. First TS, then TP, then TR. Okay, so 50, 25, 100. So for sun it is 50, then 25 for the planet, and then 100 for the ring gear. 100 for the ring gear. Clear everyone? Okay. 100 RPM they have given for the sun gear. Outer ring is fixed. Outer ring they have already mentioned. Outer ring gear is fixed, that is 0. Okay, fine. And sun gear rotates counterclockwise 100 RPM, omega s. Okay, in terms of RPM they have given us, so let us write N. R value 0. NS value they have given us 100 RPM. 100 RPM counterclockwise. Okay, counterclockwise 100 RPM for the sun gear they have mentioned. So accordingly we can use positive, negative sign, right? So based on your sign convention. Sun gear 100 RPM they have given, epicyclic gate and shown in figure, outer ring is 0, so NR value 0. 50, 25 is for the sun, planet and ring. Okay, fine. Ratio of planet divided by the ratio of ring gear, angular velocity we have to find out. So what I have told you, ki planet is directly meshing with ring gear, I can write down the velocity ratio. So if I write the velocity ratio, because planet and ring gear is in meshing, so this will be the relation. So let us write like this, P minus N arm divided by NR minus N arm. So what is the value of TR here? 100 and TP is 25. Fine. Now it is given that NR value is 0. This is 0. So now what we can write here? Okay, let us take the N arm common here. So what will happen? NP by N arm. From the numerator and denominator, I am taking the speed of rotation of arm common. So this will remain 0 as it is, minus 1 equals to 4. Is that right? Correct everyone? Yes or no? So I have taken from numerator and denominator speed of arm common. Speed of arm I have taken common from numerator and denominator. NR value already 0 it is given. So NP by NR minus 1, 0 minus 1. So that minus 1 will get multiplied with this 4, so it becomes minus 4. So from here we can write NP by NR minus 1 equals to minus 4. So this minus sign will go to that side, that is right side, and it becomes positive. So minus 4 plus 1 becomes minus 3. So NP by NR equals to minus 3. But if you look at the question, they have asked the magnitude, a ratio of the magnitude. So we will ignore the negative sign. We will ignore the negative sign. So if I ignore the negative sign, so my answer here will be NP by N arm equals to 3. That will be my answer here. Is it clear, everyone? So how quickly we have solved this question, right? So please understand that epicyclic gear train questions are very easy. You can score full out of full in this gear chapter. Just you need to understand the process, the approach that we are taking in this classes, right? I hope everyone has understood the topic gear train, which was very important in your GATE examination, right? So please do proper practice of each of the topic. Okay, you should not just read the theoretical part. You need to practice problems from each and every topic of the syllabus, right? If you really want to score a very good mark, you need to practice all the topics of all the subject. For you, all the topics are equally important, right? So with this note, I will end the session here, guys. In the upcoming sessions, we'll discuss next topic. Thank you so much.